Hi, it's Sally, and welcome to another little watercolor painting tutorial. I'm going to be showing you some techniques for how to paint a little bit of Pansy and some different things that I use in my backgrounds. One of the things that sometimes I use is a Tombow marker, and in this little video I'm going to show you how to do that. Hey everyone, it's Sally, and I'm coming to you today with some tips for brightening up your painting process. So this is a Pansy painting that I've been working on, and I got the photo on Unsplash. So I actually changed the colors of the flowers because they were too similar. So I made this one white, but I will show a picture of the photograph. And the photo was taken by someone named Aravind Tarugu. And I'll put that in the description. So if you want to look for it on Unsplash, you can. So sometimes if I don't have like a proper watercolor color to add into my picture, because I just find that sometimes it's not as striking as I would like it to be. So I'll often go in and add in my Tombow markers because they just have such bright pigment in them. And this is a really great color to add in here. And I've actually gone in and added it in some of the spots already. You can probably tell. So you can paint it right onto the flower petal, and look at how brilliant that color is when you drop it in there. It just gives the flower just another level of richness to the color. So I'll put some over here too so you can really see that color. And I think I might even do some color on this little pansy back here. I might actually put some black on here, but I wanted to try some, this is a Crayola marker, and this is kind of like an ultramarine blue color. And I think that might be the color that I need up here. So I'm just going to add a little bit of water to that and then bring it over here. And right away you can see how that color just gets even more intense. Sometimes if you put the pen right on the page, it doesn't move as well as you want it to. So that's why I do it on the edge of my palette here. I could even add some green into some of my greenery with my Tombow pen if I wanted to. Yeah, I really feel like this flower here is just not striking enough. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my very dark, almost like a navy blue color. You could even use a little bit of Payne's gray in there. And I'm gonna make a mustache on there. So that's a little bit better. I like that. You could also just draw in lines. If you were to do just little single lines, you could do it with your little black Pigma pen. something like that. So I almost feel like somewhere I need this same blue in this part of the flower. So maybe what I could do is I could just paint some of that in here. Yeah, I think that works. So you really have to experiment with your process and not necessarily paint it exactly like the photograph. You got to try and translate that photograph into something that is really pleasant to look at. So if you are looking for that specific color of Tombow marker, it's number 665. So I use these for a lot of my projects. They have a brush on one end and then a harder tip on the other. Some people use these pens for lettering. And then this is my Crayola Super Tip ultramarine blue marker that I used on there. I think that looks pretty good. I'm gonna actually, maybe I'm gonna find a green to put in there too somewhere. So I have some nice green. This is a 133. And then this is actually another green that I use a lot of. This is a 076. So let's see what I can do with these ones. I don't know. I like to experiment a lot in my painting process, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But the thing is, you got to try and you got to fail, because failure is part of the process of learning how to watercolor paint. And it's good if you fail because you learn more. But people are afraid to fail because they think their painting has to be perfect, and it doesn't. You're going to do paintings that you don't necessarily like, and that's the way it goes. Yeah, oh, I love this green in here. This looks really nice. Maybe I'll put some down here. Something like that. And then let's use a little bit more of this color here, maybe here and here. And then I can, actually, I shouldn't have put that there because that was my light spot. And then you can take your wet brush and just fade out that color. And maybe some here. So I think this is a good example of a real simple background to add into your painting, because people are often wondering, well, what do I put behind my pansies? Just some pale color. And that's all you need, really. Because you really want the focus to be on these two flowers up front here. You don't want it to be so busy that your eye goes elsewhere where you don't want it to go. Maybe some here, maybe some here, maybe a little here. Yeah, that's starting to look really nice. And sometimes I even take my paint and I'll splatter it on the background, just making like little dots here and there. This whole stem here is just lackluster. Let's see if we can change that up just by adding the Tombow marker. So you probably want to spray this with some kind of ultraviolet fixative, because I feel like the felt pen may fade if it was in light, but you could always test it, right? Let's put some shadows under here and here. So test it by like leaving it in the sun. Let it be exposed to sunlight, and then you can see, oh, is it gonna fade? But Crayola marker definitely does fade. So if you're putting adding that onto your painting, you do need to spray it. And this actually, I feel like this color could really go on this flower, this little bud over here too. Just along there, there, and there. And that's about it. I don't think I'm gonna do anything else to it. It looks, except this one plant back here, this leaf looks rather dull. But because it's in the background, maybe we don't need to do anything to it. Maybe we'll just kind of fade that into the area around it. And you can do that. Make things look like they're kind of hazy, like they're far away. Even here we could add some color. Maybe there's another leaf here that's kind of hazy that we don't see. Something like that. And I could even add some more phthalo blue to some of these stems here. Yeah, looks good. So now, just gonna grab my pen and sign it. Ta-da! Thanks for watching, and I look forward to sharing with you some more watercolor tips in my future videos. Bye for now.